Hey, this is Uday. It's great to see you here again. I hope you and your family members are well. So let's talk about the video. This video is second part of our data analysis project using Microsoft Excel. So we will continue from where we had left yesterday. In the last video. So we had solved the question till question number 10. So in this video we will see all the remaining questions related to the data analysis project. First I need to open the updated Excel dataset which we had obtained in the previous video, part 1 of this project. So I have opened this. Excel sheet. You can see here it's having total 653 rows excluding the column header. So this was our data set which we had left yesterday in the last video of this project. So let's see question number 11. The question number 11 is get the unique start destination in the original data set. It's showing like get the unique start destination in the data set. Like we are assuming here it is our original data set. We had removed all the duplicates. So here it is asking unique start destinations. We just have to know what are the unique start destinations. So for that, what we can do, we can just copy all the destination. Destination means start destination. So all the values of column D, we will copy it and we will place it here. So I have copied all the start destinations values in the column J. Let's change the column name. I will call it unique. Okay, so unique start. I will call it unique start. So how we will find out unique start destinations? For that, what we have to do? We just have to select all the rows. You can see all the rows are selected in the column J. After that, we have to go to the ribbon. In ribbon, we have to select data. After selecting data, we can see remove duplicates. To remove, if we click on remove duplicates, then it will show from which column we have to remove the duplicates. We will select is unique start. We have selected unique start here, and we have selected my data has headers. So everything is fine. We will click OK. It will pop up and dialog showing 522 duplicate values found and removed, 131 unique values remain. So out of 653, there are 522 duplicate value and 131 unique values. So these are our 131 unique values. You can see here, these are 131. So 132 minus 1 is equal to 131. So this was the first question. And what is the total number of unique start destination? So it's asking total number of unique start destination. So either we count it by scroll down, or we can just select the row column header which is J. So unique start is selected, and after selecting it, we can see in the lower right corner of the window, it's showing count 132. Means there are 132 unique cells in the header J. So 132 is the total number of unique start destination including header. So this was our question number 12. And again question number 13, get the unique stop destination and count it. So again we will follow the same process as what we did with the start destinations. So first I need to delete it. I don't want to put it here. I want to clean my worksheet. So again with the stop destinations, so we'll copy. We will select the header E. We'll give Control C. All the rows value are copied. Now we will paste it and Control V. It is pasted here. Now we will change the name of header. It's not necessary to change the header name, but just to make some sense, I'm changing it. So you can see here unique. I just changed it. Okay, so unique stop destinations. So this is the column J which is having unique stop destinations. Not now. First we have to do some operations. So for that we will select all the row in the column J. Then we have to go to data. Then remove duplicates. Then we will select which column. So unique stop, and we will select my data has headers. Okay, so all are okay, and we will click OK. It's showing 516 duplicate values found and removed, 137 unique values remain. So we can see here 137 unique values are here. So we don't need to count again by selecting the column header and seeing the lower bottom of the worksheet. So it's clear here there are 137 unique values. So our question number 13 is also completed. You can see. So wait a second, first we need to delete it. I'm doing this because I like to do the same thing, like scrolling the whole sheet. So the next question is, so all the Uber trips that has a starting point of San Francisco. So so all the Uber trips that has a starting point of San Francisco. For this, what we can do, we have selected here, we have changed our range into table, so we can do some filtration here. Click the down arrow from the start header and we will deselect all, and then we will select only San Francisco. So we have to select San Francisco. Let's do so San Francisco, remove everything, just select only San Francisco. So you can see there are these number of trips which start from San Francisco. So I think question number 14 is done here. Okay, so let's move to the question number 15. What is the most popular starting point of Uber drivers? So okay, let's change our table to our original data. So okay, we have got our original data. Just undo, Control J, go here, upper button of home, you can see undo button. So what is the question number 15? What is the most popular starting point of Uber drivers? For this, I don't know what is the most efficient way, most useful, most time efficient way, but I could not find any professional, any shortcut or anything which can just do by doing some filtration we can get the value of this most popular starting point. So for this question I had done some operations which I will be showing here. So for this, first we need to change our table into pivot table. So change our table into pivot table. So we changed our table into pivot table. So this is table 3. So choose where you want the pivot table to be placed. So it's existing worksheet. I have selected the location also. So okay, we will select okay. This is selected okay. Now what we have to do? We have to do rows is equal to star, means we have to drop down start into rows. Okay, and then what we have to do? Again start into values. So this you can see here. Apex, from Apex there are 11. Apex is 11 time and start destination. Arabi is 1 time, and similarly Cairo is 161 time start destination of Uber drivers. So here in the question what we have asked, what is the most popular starting point? So we can do sorting here. So just click any number, any value below the count of start. So I'm selecting here 11 and just to right click, then go to sort, then select largest to smallest. As you can see here, Cairo is the most popular starting point of Uber drivers. Then here it is written unknown location. I mean there may be some unknown location. And third one is Morrisville, and fourth one is White Bridge. So these are the most popular starting point of Uber drivers. So I think question number 15 is done. So I will delete this pivot table. Okay, so I will delete this pivot table. Question number 15 is done. We will continue to the next question, which is question number 16. Question is, what is the most popular dropping point of the Uber driver? So in this question I think process is same, most popular dropping point. So for this we need to make an pivot table, and we will do existing worksheet. We will select the location, and we have selected the table range. So everything is fine. We will click OK. After clicking OK, then we will see pivot table. So in the pivot table, what we have to do, in the previous question we had selected a start into, we had dragged down the start into rows and values, but in this question we have to drag down stop destinations in the rows and values. So we can see here these are the stop destinations. So to sort it from largest to smallest, we have to click on any count of stop. So I have selected avenue, and I will do right click, then sort. I think I just did something else. I have to select one cell, then I have to click on right click and then largest to smallest. So let's see here. So carry is the most popular stop destination, then Morris Village, then third one is unknown location. The first question, unknown location, was at second position. White Bridge, then Durham, then Karachi, etc. etc. So I think question number 16 is done here now. Again, I will delete this pivot table. I don't want anything which is extra in my worksheet, so I deleted this, and I will try to solve the next question. The next question is, so the most frequent route taken by Uber driver. So this question is a little bit tricky for me. Firstly, I did not get any kind of how to do this in professional way, any kind of shortcut. So for this, what I did, I just created a table. I just created a column, name, what I had taken, name. So I will take name as route, R-O-U-T-E, route. So it's route here, and then what we will select here, we will do this, we will add start destination and stop destinations. So to add the start and stop destinations, what we have to do, once, wait a second, I think I should not put it here. So I'm going to column here. I have made a column here. Okay, so I'm going to column here, and put the name of this column root. So name of column is root, and what we have to do, we have to add start and stop. So to add start and stop is equal to D2 and I did something wrong. Wait a second, I will do Control Z. So DT, I will add D2 and one space, or I can do this also. I can do this also. D2 and then and D2, after that E2. So E2, you can see here 4 pairs to 4 pairs, 4 pairs to 4 pairs. So I think I should give some space here. Okay, so some space given here. Now we have, so this is the route. We can obtain the route by adding start and stop destination. So this is what I have done here. So to check which is most frequent route taken by Uber driver, we have to make an pivot table. So now we have to make pivot table. I created pivot table and I selected the destination. I have selected the table 3. I have selected the location of pivot table, then everything is fine, click OK. Now we can see here there is one more extra column, that is route. So route is added here in the row, and then again we have to drop down route into values. So we can see count of route and the route name. You can see that pivot table having a route name and count of route, right? How many times that route is used by Uber driver. So to check the most popular route, we have to sort it from largest to smallest. So just click on any cell below the count of route and click on right click, then click sort, then largest to smallest. So we can see Cary to Morrisville is the most frequent route taken by Uber driver. So 52, 51, Morrisville to Cary, Cary to Cary, Cary to Durham. So these are the most frequent route taken by Uber drivers. So I think this question is understood by everyone. I think this question was a little bit tricky. If someone knows how to do this question very in efficient way, so please do write the way in the comment section. I am going to delete this new pivot table. As you know, I don't want to put anything extra from other than original data. So I will also delete this route table, route column. So I will delete it. So our original data is back. So question number 17 is done now. Question number 18. So all the type of purpose for the trip. So it's telling that what are the all the type of purpose for the trip. You can think it as unique values in the purpose column. So for that we need to copy the purpose column and then we need to paste it here. We will change it as unique purpose. So we will change it as unique purpose. So it's changed as unique purpose. Now what we can do, we need to select all the rows, then we have to go in data set, in the data from the ribbon, then go remove duplicates, then select the column name, unique purpose, check my data has header, click OK. So now 643 duplicate values found and remove 10 unique values remains. Means there are total 10 unique purpose. Means there are only 10 purpose for the passengers to travel. So this is the question number 18 which we have done. I will delete it. Okay, so next question is plot a graph of purpose versus distance. So this question is having some visualization techniques. So first what we have to do, we have to select all our values and we have to go to pivot table. Then we have selected the range, that is table 3, and we have selected the existing worksheet. We have selected the range, I think location of the pivot table. I have selected the location of pivot table as IE3. So this is the location of a pivot table. So I will click OK here. As you can see, what we have to do, we have to plot a graph of purpose versus distance. So distance means the miles, how many miles someone travel by the Uber car. So miles will be in the value section and purpose will be in the row section. So this is the pivot table of purpose versus distance. So airport or travel is 16.5 miles and between offices is 197 miles, charity 15.1 miles. So you can see all the values here. So to create the pivot chart, means to generate a graph, we have to create a pivot chart. So you can see pivot table analyze here in the ribbon, and under this we can see pivot chart. So pivot chart is here, and as you can see there are so many kind of pivot chart which we can draw by the values of purpose and distance. So whichever you like you can draw. I personally like the line and the this column chart. So you can draw any kind of graph. Let's say I will draw this pie chart. So I will just select it and I will click OK. So this is the pie chart. This is the pie chart. I will resize it and I will put it here. So you can see we have drawn the pie chart of our table versus distance. What we can do, pivot data analyze, recommended pivot table, pivot chart. Then if it is shown, if question is given that purpose versus distance, so we should draw this kind of chart. So we will draw the line chart. Click on OK. So this is the second chart. Personally I like the pie chart, so I first do this. So this is our answer for the question number 19. You can see for airport travel, very less miles have been traveled by your Uber driver. For the meeting, it's maximum. The customer visit is second maximum. So etc. You can see, and also we can select the other. We can do some filtration also if we don't want any other purpose. So we can deselect it. It will not be shown in the chart. So this is the question number 19. I will delete all these and we'll move to the next question. Just 1 second. I have done the question number 19. The question number 20. So the total distance traveled by Uber driver of particular purpose. So show the total distance traveled by Uber driver for particular purpose. So I think I just cut it here, but I think we have already done this question. So this is the question number 20. Answer of question number 20. It's asking total distance traveled by Uber driver for particular purpose. So particular purpose means airport, travel between offices, charity. So this is the total means sum of miles. So as you can see, meeting is having maximum number of distance, then customer visit has second maximum, etc. So this is question number 20. For this we have to do the same, like we have to select all the row, all the table, then we have to make pivot table. After selecting the pivot table, we have to select purpose in the row, and then miles in the value section. So if we do this, we will get the same pivot table. So it's good to solve same question again. So question number 21, plot number of trips versus category. So plot number of trips versus category. Number of trips. So what we have to do, we have to select all the row, then we have to go insert, then pivot table, then we have to select the location of pivot table. I will select I4, then we have to click OK. Then what we have to do, number of trips versus category. So category will go in the row and the trip will go in the, trip means miles, will go number of trips. So I think for the trip, so for the trip we have to select miles. So this is our pivot table, which is showing for business there are 7097 miles, like 7097 miles, and for personal category this is 213 miles. So we have to plot it. So for this we will select the pivot table, then we will go to pivot data analyze, then pivot chart. So as you can see here, some recommended chart are coming automatically. We can select any which we do like. So I do like pie chart, so I will click on pie chart. I will click OK. So this is the answer. Okay, so this is the answer. So we have done the question number 21, and one last question is remaining. That is, what is proportion of trips that is business and personal? So what is the proportion of trips that is business and that is personal? So for that we need to count how many personal and how many business trips are there. So for that I will write one formula, that is equal to first we are searching for business. So just to have in mind, I will add business, then personal. Okay. In the right cell of business, I will find out the total number of trips that is related to business. So for that we have to do is equal to count if, and count if we have to select the range. So range is our C. Range is our C header. So you can see here we have selected the whole category header. So we selected the range. Then what is criteria? It should be business. So for business we have to write it here. We have to write business here, and then click OK. So 647 total businesses trips are there. And then for personal, then click is equal to, then count if, then what we have to do, we have to again select the category header. Then we have to write the criteria. So criteria is personal. So it's personal. We have to click OK. So it's showing 6. So there are total 647 businesses trips and 6 personal trips. So we have to find out the proportion of these two. So proportion. Let's go proportion is equal to what is this? J3 divided by J4. So this is the answer. I think everyone has understood. I also have understood how I got this. So I think this was the last question. So we have done all the questions. We have solved all the questions, we have done the project, we have completed the project. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful for the beginners who is having the basic knowledge of Excel. So this is the project which anyone can put in his resume, in her resume, if he is preparing for data analysis, internship or full-time job role. So thank you everyone. I will do some new project based on Excel or SQL. So I will be uploading all those videos in the upcoming session, in the upcoming days. So please do subscribe and please do share the video to your friends who is willing to do some analysis based on Excel. I think that will be helpful for him. So thank you everyone. Take care. Bye bye.